Being in an open relationship doesn't mean you're young or immature or non committal or high risk. It's fundamentally and every other way the complete opposite of that. It takes a tremendous amount of maturity to be able to facilitate a relationship which negates jealousy, which is the complete opposite of your loving someone, and facilitating a relationship where each individual in the relationship lives the biggest life they can, facilitating something I refer to as unconditional love. Now, you've heard the word before, unconditional love, except you've never recognized it for what it is. People have more unconditional love for their pets than their human partners. Do you understand? They put memes on their social media say unconditional love, and they're hugging their dog because they love their dogs unconditionally, and their dogs love them unconditionally because it has nothing to do with jealousy. So it takes a tremendous amount of maturity to facilitate all of these things. So, for example, I said the word non-committal. People imagine that because you're not in a sexually exclusive relationship, you're immediately a non-committing person. To commit to something is to make a decision and then to go by that decision. When you make a decision to facilitate a relationship based fundamentally on unconditional love, we go back to unconditional love. It's a word that's bandied about by everybody, but no one knows what it means. Unconditional love is to love unconditionally. When you love your partner unconditionally, it's your wanting for their happiness as much happiness as you want for yourself. You don't require their returning their love. The love is unrequited. In other words, it doesn't need for it to be reciprocated. You love them because they're them. You love them. You love that they exist. And you don't need their love back for you to love them, for you to enjoy them. Inevitably, when you love someone and they enjoy you, you're an enjoyable person. Sometimes what often happens, and what's perfect is when you love them and they love you back, without you're coercing it, without you're forcing it, without you're emotionally sabotaging them, without your emotional blackmail. If they don't love you back, what are you gonna do? You're gonna emotionally blackmail them? You're gonna guilt them into loving you? You're gonna force them into loving you? You understand that you can't do that, but people require love to be returned to them for them to be in a relationship with someone. Why can't you just love them because they're them and want for their happiness, whether or not you are a part of it? If they want to go off to a different country because they're doing research for, they're a field biologist or a ocean biologist, whatever it is, or they're a president that's running a very busy company and they travel around the world, and you want for their happiness the same happiness you want for yourself, their happiness doesn't require you to be in it, especially when you don't travel and they travel a lot, especially when they can't be stuck in one place. Allow them to live the biggest life they can. And more often than not, when they find someone who will allow them, who will love them unconditionally, which means who will allow them to live, do what they want, do what makes them happy, whether or not a penis or a vagina is involved, and whether or not you're involved in that penis and vagina exchange. You want for their happiness, whether or not you're included. The love is unrequited, which means you don't require its return. You just love them for them. You love and enjoy them because they're the human being that they are. Inevitably, what happens is that you are such a rare person that they will want you around. And it takes a tremendous amount of maturity, as you can imagine, to be able to facilitate that. What doesn't take much maturity is to say, hey, we are in a relationship. You can never see anyone else. Otherwise, I will sabotage you. I will ostracize you. I will force you to be with me. That doesn't take much maturity. That simply takes some force. It takes some totalitarianism, some authoritarianism. It doesn't take any maturity at all or communication skills. Savvy? If you like that, if you have any questions about open relationships, I have a book on Amazon. Go to Amazon and then find Relationships 101 and then my name, Ron John, RONEJOHN. And if you want more advanced relationships and social dynamics and personal enlightenment strategies and lessons, video lessons, go to www.greatrelationshipsyou.com. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.